And good morning, World of Warplanes. And you'll find the very unfriendly skies of Tironan. Let me get the first things first here. After all, we're flying the Westland P.1054, and this aircraft is one of those that has good and bad points, and they're especially pronounced in this. Not that I dislike the aircraft, I rather like it, but it can be challenging to fly at times. Okay, so we got it out. I was going through my tier 8s, and I decided that I'd just make a run through all of them, which is why you're seeing all these aircraft right now. And you'll notice every one of them, the series of 4, is a tier 8, and there's a reason for it. I just decided to go ahead and make a clean sweep of it. If you ever want to get your tier 8s to tier 9s, by God, you have to do that from time to time. So you can expect some tier 9s in the not too distant future, but I've got to grind through all these puppies. Except the pancake, and I just do that because I want to and I like the plane. There's a lot about this aircraft I do like and some things that I don't. The 14.5 turn second 3 or 180, I should say, 360, excuse me. Turn circle is one of the things I don't like that much. The firepower I very much do like. Yeah, you might want a little more velocity out of those 40mm Rolls-Royce cannon, but you know, you can't have everything, and they certainly land with some conviction. You get about 510 out of the quartet of Hispano Suizo 202s. That being said, you also get another 500 something points out of the two 40mm to give you an idea of just how much punch they have. So it's kind of nice to have them. And you can certainly make a believer out of anybody that gets hit with them. Now you notice I'm going around with a pancake. Well, the pancake's slightly more maneuverable than I am, and he knows it. Now, if I'd been smart, I'd simply run away till I got adequate room to turn around and come back, but I didn't. Word to the wise. There are aircraft that are just flat or faster than, or turn better than you are, and especially turny burnies, but the P-51, the ME-250, or sorry, the I-250, and there's a number of them out there that will get you very quickly. The BV 210 that we showed earlier was another one that will get you very quickly. And so I got exactly what I deserved. Now I could whine about it, but you know, frankly, I don't even like to listen to myself whine, let alone, you know, listen to somebody else whine. And you know the story with this as well as I do. All right, so making you listen to me whine about it, not gonna do it. All right, so we got our plane back, and we've killed some aircraft, and we dropped some bombs. And now we just need to see where we need to go. Well, we mangled him, but we didn't kill him. All right. There we go. Go ahead and drop my rocket load and then drop my bomb load. Do my bit for the flagging country. And get the heck out of Dodge. You know, this thing is pretty darn quick. And you notice I have a couple of aircraft behind me. I'm almost dead. And then I proceed to get beyond the area where they will intercept me and they go find something else to do. And I notice we have unfriendly people, ground attack aircraft, and you know my philosophy on that. If you want to lose, ignore ground attack aircraft. Now I got that tower between me and it, so we're going to go around it. Alright, we'll let them have it with these things. And the 1026 does what it does best. Blast anything that doesn't move out of its way. And it's a little difficult for ground attack aircraft, so we'll move right along. Now we have 3 bases to their 1. And we're going to head on out, see what we can do to help. Yes, 2 minutes to the storm line. Alright, takes care of one of the air defense fighters. And I had so little health left, about 2 BBs would have been enough to wipe me out. Put another quarter in, let's try again. Now, anytime that you want to try something different with this aircraft, you can yank all the ordnance off of it. Just go with the 420 millimeters, and that's a really quick plane. 380 miles an hour cruise speed, and if that's not enough for you, you still have about 510 DPS out of it. If you're willing to sacrifice just a little speed, you can drop another 7 miles an hour off of that. Brings you down to about 572, 573, and you can get your 40 millimeter cannons. And you're thinking, well, 380, that's not that much. At this tier, my friends, the 262 cruises at 387. Now, it's a little faster in the boost phase, but that's not going to matter to you so much. All right, let's, and it's a pretty decent high-altitude heavy fighter. So, some options for it. I actually played with this the other day and had a lot of fun with it. And I chased down a number of 262s and blasted them to Kingdom Come. I'll have to make a video of that sometime. It's also spectacular at taking down bombers. Does that very well. Ground attack aircraft does that very well, and is actually a pretty good substitute GA if you don't have to count on its very long reload time. So if you see something that's close and you can sneak in there with this thing at 500, 600 miles an hour, no, it won't hit 600 miles an hour, but you know what I mean. You're screaming in there, unload your rockets on one target, drop your bombs on another target, and get on out of there. You can probably flip the base. It's really handy for that. All right, another ground attack aircraft. And I don't think he's got anything planned good for my team that I'm going to like. So let's go ahead and light him up. And away he goes. He's not going to be taking any bases for a few minutes here while he rejects. All right, so I got a number 1 out of this. How I won it, I don't know. That's one of those games where at the end of the thing you think, oh, I didn't think I really did all that much, and you won handily. And you're like, oh, okay, well, all right. You guys can give me your thoughts on it, but I just found it amusing enough to go ahead and produce it and put it out there for y'all to take a look at and see what you thought. Okay, so we got our victory, some silver, experience is okay, free experience is nice. And when you pull this up and look at the personal score, I wasn't that impressed. But be it as it may. Do want to take a moment to thank you, however, for watching. As always, like the video, subscribe if you want to support the channel. If you go to the main channel page, or you want to subscribe, just click on the end cards there, and you can do both. You'll find the Patreon link on your upper right. So feel free, but you're not obligated to nor expected to. All right, that's going to wrap it up for today. You have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.